Hi guys, welcome back to Sunday League to Champions League. My name is Chris, aka Big Will, and today we have an away game against Halifax, followed by a home game against Chesterfield. As you can see by the league table on your bottom left, we are currently set in 18th place. We've changed formation again since the last episode, but we seem to have found a system that works reasonably well for us, and we now have a 5 point gap to that bottom four. As you look at the fixtures that we've had as well, it has been quite tough. I think last time out it was Hartlepool and Altrincham, if I remember correctly. And since then, we really struggled, to be quite honest. We lost to Southend 2-0. We were completely toothless in that game. We changed to a 4-4-2 for the game against Eastleigh and lost again by 2 goals to 1. We had a 2 week break and I actually put two friendlies into that. And we played teams that are actually non-league teams. They are completely amateur clubs and we struggled to beat them, to be quite honest. We did alright in the second one, but the first friendly we were poor. We really did struggle. And at that point I just decided, you know what, we need to make another change. And in doing so, we beat Solihull and Scunthorpe. We drew. It was a hard-fought draw as well, I might add, against Torquay. We lost against Dorking, but we then beat Oldham. So form has improved somewhat. Yes, it looks a bit better because them two friendlies, but we're working hard. And I think the games against Halifax and Chesterfield, given this slightly better run that we've found ourselves on, could potentially be winnable games. Halifax are currently sat in mid-table, and Chesterfield are sat not far ahead of us, funnily enough. When we played Chesterfield earlier in the season, they were top of the league, but they have had a great fall from grace this season. And we're actually within touching distance of a couple of these teams as well. So with a couple of good results today, hopefully we can continue to push up that league table. And with that 5 point gap over the bottom four, we're looking a lot, probably the most comfortable we've been so far this season. It's going to be a tough game though, regardless of any circumstances, so hopefully we can go into this and pick up a good result. And you will also see the new formation for the game as well, so hopefully it can continue to work for us. As you can see, slightly different to what we have been doing. We've got Akers in goal with Powell, Forbes, Okocha and Usu Gimya at the back. It's his first start for quite some time, but he's been training well, so I thought I'd give him the opportunity. We've got Hughes at the holding midfield role with Burton, Barnes and Marcel as the midfield three. And Hutton has come back in on loan from Bristol City. He was a hero for us last season in midfield. He's playing attacking midfield. In fact, no, he isn't. We're going to play Barnes in the attacking midfield and drop Hutton into central midfield. And we've got Marshall up front there as well. And with Hutton coming in on loan, it just means that we've got that extra body in central midfield. We have struggled on and off this season for those midfield players, but hopefully we can just finish off the season with that extra bit of strength in depth, and that loan move until the end of the season will certainly help us in the long term this season. Like I say, form has been a lot more improved since we did this formation. Hopefully we can do well again today and the players can continue in the way that they have been playing. 3 draws and 2 wins in their last 5, Halifax, so they are a team that are very tough to beat, and hopefully we can get some good chances in this game and hold our own. Heskey into Golden, now Snellgrove, good challenge by Burton, and the clearance toward Marshall was cleared away comfortably, and it's come for Snellgrove again. Golden moves it down into Snellgrove again, he's completely free, plays it into Pedder, it's 1-0 after just 1 minute here. And again, we've got frailties at the back, but there's not a lot we can do about it. The low move for Hutton was quite lucky in that we didn't have to pay any wages, and it cost us nothing as well. But in terms of defensively, there's not many other options that we can bring in at the moment. M.A. Hughes with a corner here. He looks to swing it into the far post. It's just about cleared away. It's come back out to Barnes. Now Powell, the left back, plays it over the top here for M.A. Hughes, who's in space. Plays it into Barnes, and Taylor does quite well to make the save there. Tally, sorry. And a well-worked move, though. We did okay there to create that opportunity, but the ball is straight out from the keeper. Okocha did really well there, as did Forbes, and it's being bundled about a little bit. We've got to be careful here. Snellgrove pushing forward down that right-hand side. Hopefully they're not going to get another goal so quickly here. Golden with the ball in, and Pedder's there again. It's only just wide. And we've got to be tighter defensively. Defensively, we have been a little bit better. I know we had a heavy defeat in one of the previous matches, but we have looked better with this formation for the most part. But again, we do well for a few matches in a formation and then it seems to just drop off again. But I'm hoping that today won't be. Oh, what an effort that was from Pedder again. He is absolutely ruining us at the moment. Another big chance for Halifax there. I'm hoping that with this formation we can get a little bit more consistency, but with the way things are going, it's not looking too likely at the minute. Here's Snellgrove into Spencer Adams, plays it back to Golden, and in the end the chance peters out, but they've had 5 shots already in the opening 10 minutes. We're going to demand more because we're just not looking like doing anything at the moment. And Halifax are really dominating this game here. And they're just moving the ball about with ease. Heskey into Snellgrove. They're just finding all the spaces, and Harker's in behind here, and it's 2-0. It's fully deserved, it has to be said. But that is so poor. They've completely played around us there. And it's just shocking football. It really is shocking football. And I'm hopeful that we can improve in the long run, but this is very, very poor at the moment. And at 2-0, I can't see us getting back into it. We've had 1 attempt at goal. We've looked so much better with this formation. And then once again, we come on camera and it just all goes to complete pot. But we're just not winning the ball in midfield either. Burton does well there, finds Hutton. Marshall into Barnes. And Barnes loses out to Spencer Adams. And now it's Swan. And it's 3-on-3 here. And Harker has found Snellgrove. And it's going to be 3-0 this. And it is. Macaulay Snellgrove with only his 2nd of the season. And this is absolutely shocking football from us defensively. Absolutely dreadful. We're not creating anything and we're not even looking like getting into the game. And I just it's really irritating me at the moment. We've had such a decent run of form in these last few matches. Yes, we've lost 1 in 5 and it just goes to pot, and I just don't understand it. I mean, Pedder's completely ruining us at the moment. It was completely pathetic from our side. We've done absolutely nothing. We've created nothing, and we deserve to get hammered in this game so far. Pedder with a free kick now, and he's swung it in. It's going to be cleared, hopefully. No, it's not, and it's hit the post in the end. Allison with the effort, and again, defensively, absolutely terrible. We just can't seem to get any consistency. It's angering me at the moment. It's so frustrating. Harker and Owusu Gimya has just left Swan alone there. It's 4-0 and we've just gone to pot. We're absolutely gone to pot here. We've had 1 shot. They've bagged 4 goals here and it should have been more, I might add. And my word, this is absolutely dreadful. Marshall's coming off for Hayder. I mean, everyone's been shocking, so there's not a lot we can do, really, to be honest. Alidor Hamilton's going to come on for somebody. Hughes probably in the midfield. And Nova Williams is going to come on, I think. And I think that's going to be it. Why is this not working all of a sudden? There we go. Nova Williams on for Powell, and I don't know what to do, to be honest. It's completely and utterly gone to pot in this game. Everyone's been poor. And yeah, it really is frustrating this at the moment. We've done absolutely nothing in this game, and yet our form going into it has been much improved. Deborah over the top, and Swan's going to beat Okocha nearly there. Alidor Hamilton gets onto it and finds Forbes, who looks over the top for Ali Hayder. Dellison clears easily. Barnes gets onto it, and Hayder didn't make the run there, and he had all the space. Marcel into Owusu Gimya. Barnes nods it on. Hayder couldn't get there. Marcel back to Barnes, who strikes it. It's over the bar. Finally, we've had a decent attempt. It's too little too late, though. We've been... Oh, it's so frustrating. Marshall with a 6 rating. Burton with a 6 rating. Marcel with a 6.1. Burton's actually gone under a 6 now. This is how poor we've been here. And we just don't look like doing anything. Every time they have the ball, we're not trying to get into them or anything at the moment. And Owusu Gimya just about managing to clear there. Marcel loses out to Snellgrove, and Halifax just hold on to the ball. Burton's desperately trying to press a little bit there, and it's knocked over the top. And Swan again, he's completely in behind. Akers does well that time to make the save. But Forbes and Okocha supposedly are our two best centre-backs. With the way that they've played today, we may as well have turned up with no defenders. Akers managing to make a claim there, but I mean, look at those match stats. It is absolutely ridiculous, this. We've done so well recently. Bent knocks it over the top. Heskey was almost onto it. Akers did well, and he's cleared it straight away, looking for Ali Hayder, who had no support, but Marcel's got onto it, and Hayder needs to make a run here, and he hasn't made it. He's going into the penalty area now, and he finds him, and there's the goal back. Marcel with the assist, and Hayder with the goal. But, I mean, it's a bit late now, isn't it? Let's be honest. I mean, that's our second shot on target in the game. It was a well-worked move, don't get me wrong, but we have been so poor, and it's so aggravating. It really is. Telly's going to make the clearance forward, and I've got a feeling it's going to be in behind again here. And Snellgrove is over the top, and it's into Heskey, and there's number 5. I mean, oh my word. I mean, it's been disallowed for offside, but they broke us down again so easily there. And my word, that's one of our worst performances this season, and we've been improving in our form. We were the assistant recommends we were the underdogs and we gave it our best. No, we didn't. We were absolutely terrible. And there's going to be some changes for next season if we're still in the job, of course. With performances like that, I'm going to struggle, I think, to be honest. I mean, the gap is down to 4 points, so the pressure's certainly there, but we have got to be a lot better than that. The Chesterfield game at home is a big game for us. They're just above us in the league, and it's a game that could be important to us. We've beaten teams that are in the playoffs this season, and then teams that are in and around us or below us, we tend to lose badly. And that was absolutely shocking. I'm going to go off camera, calm myself down a bit, and then we'll come back for that Chesterfield game. Well, guys, after that dismal showing against Halifax, I've calmed myself down a bit, and now here we go at home to Chesterfield. We are going to be putting out a bit of a stronger side today, and I'm hopeful that with that, we can play a lot better as well. It was completely abysmal that last game, so hopefully, like I say, we can perform a little bit better today. We've got Akers in goal with Powell, Ezenoli, Hanks, and I'd say Taiwo at the back. Maroney with in the holding midfield role with Ryan, McCoy, Splat, and Burton in the midfield three with Clark playing in behind Marshall. Clark has been a lot better for us as well recently when he's played, and because he's been playing in that attacking midfielder role, he's been a lot better. I'm hopeful that Burton will do a bit better today than he did last time out. And after the poor defensive performance last time out, we have made 3 changes to the back 4 as well as a couple of changes in midfield. Hopefully, we can improve from last time out. I expect to see a much better performance today. Is definitely what we should be saying to the players. So hopefully, we can get them to play well. Surprisingly, the board are actually very happy with what we're doing here. Got a rating of a C+ at the moment, and they're very happy that we are achieving our target of attempting to avoid relegation. And Marshall could be in behind here. He's beaten Jaskalainen, and Callum Marshall has scored. It's his 14th of the season. It's taken 19 seconds for the goal to go in. Maroney with the assist, and Jaskalainen, who some may know from his Bolton, his father was Jussi Jaskalainen, who made a career at Bolton, and he was a very highly rated goalkeeper at Bolton, I might add. And there's a potential chance for an equaliser immediately there. Akers doing well to make the save. His son, Jaskalainen's son, this is, sorry for interrupting, is making a career for himself in the National League with Chesterfield at the moment. Well, a goal after 1 minute. Can't get asked for a better start than that to any game, can you really? It's quite an even game so far, but again, possession-wise, we've been extremely poor. And I'm not entirely sure why, to be honest. With the formation that we've set up, we do tend to look to keep hold of the ball a little bit better than we are doing, but for whatever reason, it's just not quite clicking for us. But I suppose to a point, it doesn't matter how much possession you have, it's how you use the possession that you do have. And obviously, with the brief amount of possession we have had, we scored that early goal. And Damani Ryan doing quite well here to hold on to the ball. Plays it back to Ezenoli, who looks over the top. Callum Marshall, I mean, he nodded it on, but there was no one there behind him. Dobra into Oldacre now. And Oldacre looking for Davis. He's got a lot of pace, Davis, and it's certainly showing at the moment. And it's back into Dobra, into Mariah Welsh, and now Brown wide right. Plays it in. Dobra was there to respond at the far post. Mando Dobra with the equaliser. Again, we got pulled right across there defensively. And I think, to be quite honest, for next season, if we are still at Cheshunt, it's going to be a case of sorting this defence out because we really are struggling. We've got good quality in the defence, but for whatever reason, it's just not clicking. And King here with a free kick, it's taken a huge deflection, and Akers does well to make the claim. I had a feeling that one of the Chesterfield players might steal in there, but fortunately, that is not the case. Akers with the delivery forward. Jack Clark looking to get onto it. Pergiani did well. Marshall nods it forward, but Jack Clark isn't even responding to that. And Davis has beaten Hanks in the air. Damani Ryan did well briefly, but Oldacre into Mariah Welsh in the central midfield. Into King, and now Oldacre. Look at the space for Oldacre there. This is Dobra now. Oldacre again picking his pass to King, and it's 2-1 to Chesterfield. I mean, we're just not getting into challenges. I think it's absolutely ridiculous. I really don't understand why it's not working at all. I mean, we've got the press on, we've got a higher tempo, passing directness is reasonable. I mean, in transition, we've got take long kicks in there, we've got counter attack and regroup, so we should be able to hold our positions out of possession. We're going to get them to get stuck in on the tackling as well, but I think we'll turn that one off as well, to be honest. Trigger press is, I mean, I like to have a good press, to be quite honest, and for whatever reason, it's just not clicking. For whatever reason, the players just don't press enough, and we're going to get the players to get stuck in a little bit here for challenges and stuff, and hopefully it'll just encourage them to get into them a little bit. Burton, here's Maroney now. Now Ezanoli looks over the top for Callum Marshall. It's clear by Enciala to Dobra. Clark did well to block him off. Marshall plays it out wide to Damani Ryan. Now McCoy Splat looks over the top and Callum Marshall's in again. It's a brilliant equaliser. It's a good finish again from Callum Marshall. And it's 2-2 here. I don't know if it's because of the tactical tweaks I've made for players to get stuck in a little bit more, but it does seem to have helped a little. Here's Burton. Looks over the top. Clark couldn't quite win it. Marnie, Ryan, and Hanks with an effort there. Just over the crossbar. It remains 2-2, and as we approach half-time, we're actually looking a little bit more on the ascendancy here. Here's Pergiani. Looks over the top for Davis. Let's say Taiwo. Rushing across to make the challenge there, and it's come down for Burton. What a ball from Burton that is. Damani Ryan, Callum Marshall, what a save from Jääskeläinen. He reacted really well there. And at half-time, it is 2-2, but we certainly seem to have improved after making those tactical tweaks. But we've only had 28% possession, and that is definitely not good enough. I'm not really sure what to say to the lads at the moment. I mean, we have had plenty of shots, but I think, yeah, we need more possession in the second half, I think. I mean, Marshall wasn't pleased with what I'd said, but like I say, we need more of the ball. If we're going to be creating chances, we need more of the ball. We've only had 29% possession so far, and that is absolutely terrible, to be quite honest. And it's actually going down, which is not my intention of the team talk, but we will see how we get on. This is King into Enciala. Phillips into Oldacre. Now Dobra. Plays it back to Pergiani. Now Garbett. Into Pergiani again. They're just moving the ball around nicely here, which is a bit of a concern. And they've gone route one over the top, and Davis is in behind, and Davis has scored. It's 3-2 now to Chesterfield. Keenan Davis with the goal. And again, defensively, shoddy work from our defence. It's just not... It seems to be that's the main problem, but in midfield, we just can't close people down. I really don't understand why we're just not getting stuck into teams. And with that amount of possession, it's no wonder we're getting beat in matches. I mean, we've looked a bit better today. I mean, we've scored 2 goals for a start, but even so, it's not good enough at all. I mean, Jack Clark's on a yellow card. We're going to take him off for Marcel. Powell has picked up an injury, so Norval Williams is going to have to come on for him. And Marshall has scored 2 goals, but he's on a yellow card. But Okocha is going to come on at centre-back for Ezanolim, I think, here. And hopefully I mean, two defensive changes isn't ideal. We're going to demand more from the team because to have that little possession in any match is unforgivable, to be quite honest. This is very poor possession wise. Somehow we've got 2 goals out of it and we've created many chances, but I mean, it's just not working again. And every time we change tactic, it works for a few games and then it just goes to pot, and it's happened again here. Oldacre with a free kick in a dangerous position to whip it in. It's cleared away by Maroney. There's no one there. Oldacre gets back onto it again, and to be quite honest, it's looking like it could be 4-2 if we don't get stuck in here. This is Maguire. Sturck. Maguire again. Marcel's done well to win it back. Can we get a late equaliser here? This is Marcel. McCoy splat. He has support in the penalty area in Callum Marshall, and he finds him. And Marshall has got an equaliser in the 92nd minute here. It is his hat trick. It's his first hat trick for the club, and that was a brilliant counter attack. That is how we want to play on the counter attack. But at the same time, again, I go back to the possession. We have more possession. I think we could have won that game, to be quite honest. Marshall with a brilliant hat-trick, a 3-all draw. I mean, it's certainly an eventful game. It's certainly a very stressful season, that is for sure, but I'm hopeful that if we can just keep picking up results occasionally at least, that we can stay in this league. And we'll have to look at a proper formation for next season, I think, and just hope that we can keep picking up the odd point. We're back to a 5-point gap. We've got 12 games left this season. I want us to get to about 50 points. I think that target is just about achievable in 12 matches, 4 wins. It's difficult, but hopefully we can get it. And we have got some games coming up that can be favourable to us. But again, like I've said before, we do struggle against teams that are in and around us. It's going to be a tough end to the campaign. And like I say, we'll have a look at fixtures momentarily and see where we stand for the next episode as well. And let's have a look and see what's what. So there's 5 games left there. So it'll be Dagenham and Redbridge away and Southend at home for the last 2 games of the season. Let's have a look. I think we'll do Bromley away and Fylde at home. I think that's going to be where we go with it. That leaves us 4 games to do off camera, 2 games in, 4 games off camera again, and then Dagenham and Redbridge and Southend to finish the season, in which we'll hopefully stay in this league. In terms of form, as you can see, I mean, we've had a couple of heavy defeats. We got battered by Dorking, then beat Oldham, battered by Halifax, drew with Chesterfield. And this formation, I think it is working to a point, but defensively we've been so poor. So I think it's going to be a case of we need to press a little bit more, I think, to be quite honest, just to even it all up. But it is going to be difficult for sure. Definitely going to praise Marshall's performance. Considering we didn't have any of the ball and he's managed to knock in 3 goals, it's quite remarkable, to be honest. But yeah, we'll come back for Bromley away and Fylde at home. And until that, thank you very much for liking and subscribing. Please enjoy these videos. It is really important to me that you're enjoying it, especially. If there's anything I can improve on, please let me know. I'm always up for constructive criticism. Like I say, I'm still relatively new to this. It's the first proper series I've been doing, aside of the Manchester City one, of course. Yeah, please let me know. Like and subscribe. It's all greatly appreciated. I will see you all next time for Bromley away and Fylde at home. This is Big Will, signing away.